meditating on God's goodness, making melody, life goes so much better. That's how you have continual joy. Joy despite what's happening around you. After Hurricane Katrina, I saw a news report where they were interviewing people that had made it through. And person after person came up and told their story. And most of them were very negative, upset, discouraged, blaming others. Then this one young lady came up, and you could tell there was something different about her. She had a smile on her face. She was radiating joy and peace and victory. The reporter asked her, almost sarcastically, "Okay, tell us your story. Tell us what's wrong." She said, "Nothing's wrong. I'm not here to complain. I'm here to thank God that I made it out alive. I'm here to thank God that my children and I are still healthy and whole." This reporter was taken aback, pleasantly surprised. Everyone had been complaining about having no power, no air conditioning, and how hot it was. He asked her, "What about you? Do you have your power? You have your air conditioning?" She said, "No, I not only don't have air conditioning, I don't have my house. It was blown away in the storm." But she said, "I'll tell you what I do have." And she pulled out this little pocket Bible. She said, "I have my hope, I have my joy, I have my God." Jesus said, no man can take your joy. No storm, no bad break, no traffic, no disappointment. There is a well in you that will never run dry. And when you keep this song of praise, making melody, focusing on what's right, then that well of joy is going to keep bubbling up, keeping you strong, keeping you encouraged, keeping you moving forward. The scripture says, speaking to yourself in songs. You have to talk to yourself the right way. There's an internal dialogue taking place in you all through the day. You can't have a negative mentality and expect to live in victory. Well, I can't believe I had this bad break. I'll never get out of this problem. What if the medical report is not good? That's letting yourself talk to you. You need to start talking to yourself. You have to take control of your thought life. Every morning when you wake up, this is going to be a great day. I have the favor of God. No weapon formed against me will prosper. I'm strong, I'm healthy, I'm blessed. Every time you do that, you're getting filled back up. If you'll keep speaking to yourself the right way, you'll tap into that well of joy, peace, favor, victory that God put in you. David did this. In the scripture one time, he was very depressed, discouraged. He didn't think he could go on. And at one point, he realized nothing was going to change until he did his part. He said, "Why are you cast down, O my soul? Hope in the Lord." He said to himself, David, get your hopes up. Get your dreams back. Start believing again. Get your joy back. When he started talking to himself the right way, that's when things begin to turn around. I heard about this little bird. He lived in a bird cage his whole life. All through the day, he would sit on his swing and sing and sing. From morning to evening, he was as happy as can be, not a care in the world. One day, his owner was cleaning the bird cage, like she did every so often. She had the vacuum cleaner hose vacuuming out the bottom of the cage when the telephone rang. She leaned over to try to reach it with her left hand, while her right hand accidentally went up too high. While she wasn't looking, it sucked the little bird down through the vacuum cleaner hose. She finished her call and thought, where's my bird? And she started looking all over her house, searching room after room, looking behind the curtains. Finally, it dawned on her that the unthinkable may have happened. She ran over to the vacuum cleaner, opened the bag. Sure enough, there he was, all disheveled looking. She felt terrible. She dusted him off, cleaned him up the best she could, put him up on his swing. But she said the most interesting thing happened. He didn't sing anymore. He just sat there and stared out into space. He lost his song. Sometimes we're going along great in life. Everything is fine, but then we hit some turmoil, go through a disappointment. Friend betrays us. The medical report wasn't good. We get sucked down the vacuum cleaner hose, so to speak. Thankfully, we make it out. But too often, like this little bird, we've lost our song. have no joy, no passion. We're not pursuing our dreams, making the most of each day. We're just enduring life, going through the motions. And that well of joy that's supposed to be bubbling up, keeping us ever filled, has become clogged up with disappointments, discouragement, stress, self-pity. But God did not bring you this far to leave you. You have to get your song back. If one dream dies, dream another dream. If life knocks the wind out of you, don't stay down. Get back up and go again. It may not have been fair, but God is fair. He's a God of justice. He knows how to take what was meant for harm and use it to your advantage. If you'll get your song back, God will make the rest of your life better than it would have been had that not happened. David said, God lifted me out of the pit. He was saying, in effect, my translation, God brought me out of that vacuum cleaner bag. What did He do? He put a new song in my heart. Not a song of defeat. Not a song of you won't believe what I've been through. I've had so much heartache. No, He put a song of praise and thanksgiving in my heart. You may have gone through difficulties, but that well is still in you. God has a new song, but it's not going to do any good if you go around dwelling on your disappointments, negative, complaining. You have to start making melody in your heart. Quit thinking about what you've lost and start thanking God for what you have left. Start thanking Him for the new doors that are going to open, for beauty, for ashes, that your best days are still ahead. When you get your song back, you'll feel the joy start to bubble up. Your dreams will come back to life. Your passion will be restored. That's when God can pay you back for the negative things that have happened. This is what Habakkuk did in the scripture. He said, although the fig tree shall not blossom, and there be no fruit on the vine, yet will I rejoice in the Lord, in the God of my salvation. He was saying, my crops have dried up. My business have gone down. In the natural, there's no reason to be happy. No reason to make melody in my heart. Nothing's gone my way. I got sucked down through that vacuum cleaner hose. He could have lived depressed, bitter, but he understood this principle of having continual joy. He said, all these things have come against me, yet will I rejoice in the Lord. He was saying, when I look at my circumstances, there's no reason to rejoice, so I'm going to rejoice in the Lord. I can hear Him all through the day. Lord, you are good. God, I praise you for your greatness. I know you're bigger than this financial difficulty, bigger than